I'm Hamde Abu Rahma. I'm from Bil'in. I work as a photojournalist and I'm also the photographer of the popular resistance here, the popular against the wall and settlements. I cover all what they are doing. I started to do this work after the kill of my cousin, Hamde Abu Rahma, because I wanted to show what's happened here, and then I chose to study journalism and to write and make pictures about everything happened here. And yeah, and since I started to do this, since the killing of him, like he was killed in 17 April 2009, and after this I started to do what I'm doing now. Like it's very important because for example, if we will start to talk about why it's important, the media, why it's important, because without media, Bil'in, for example, will not be showing. You know, people from outside, they need to see and read about what happened here, and that's why the media is very important. For example, to work against the propaganda of Israel propaganda, what they are telling, we fight terrorism, and we fight like armed people, but in the reality, the people, for example, here or in many places they like do non-violent resistance. Even that they kill. For example, people here killed in Bil'in. Two of my cousins get killed, Bassem and Jawair. In Nelin, another people get killed in this non-violent resistance. Even like was Israeli activist who get shot and almost died, and in American people who support the case of Palestinian also they were seriously shot in the head, you know, after the Israeli army aimed at them directly. As this is very important to show this like to the other people, to understand Israel not just only fight with Palestinian, also they are fight with everybody who stand with them. Even if they are Israeli by themselves, they would kill Israeli if they will stand with Palestinian. It's not just only with Palestinian. What's difficult for me?
Yeah.
Nothing is difficult. I don't see nothing is difficult. No, there's a lot of things difficult. As to be a journalist or photographer in Palestine, for example, to procure cameras, you know, like for example, many people saw the film by broken cameras, and Imad Burnati was a photographer and he was a filmmaker. Even that, they broke 5 cameras for him. They broke for me, they broke for anybody who they are who doing such thing against them, because they don't want to be photographed and they don't want to be in the media. They don't want anybody to know about this. Even people get arrested, you know, like we get arrested, we get beaten, they broke our cameras. All this is difficult, you know, because there is no free like or any thing protect the journalism here, you know, they protect the people. It's like it's something we can say it's not normal to have it in other places. For example, in Europe, if you are a journalist, you are allowed to do what you want, but here not, because you are living under occupation and the occupation control you, and they want to control even your media by itself. Of course, like for example, when they are trying to push you or beat you, like we always show them that we have a journalist ID, you know, like we are a journalist and we are allowed to be here, but because by being journalists you study and you know what you allowed to do and what not allowed to do. And for example, yes, I know this. I am allowed to make pictures in my village, even in my house. You know, like sometimes they read your house. And they said, no, you will not, like in a closed military zone, in a closed military zone in my house. I'm not able to do what I want in my house, but you're able to come and wake me and wake my children and even my mother and my family at night. You are allowed. But me, I'm not allowed to carry camera and picture you and write what you are doing, you know. And this is like, because Israel has the power and they think they can do everything. But as our belief, we will not let them to do this, because, you know, like, what we are doing is our right. What we are doing, and it's what they are doing is a crime against the innocent people here, you know. It's like it's a crime when you come to somebody's house in the middle of the night and just raid his house and arrest somebody from his house for just participating at the non-violent demonstration and put him for 1.5 years. Some of them, they take 1.5 years for nothing, which is like so normal to demonstrate against something as peaceful demonstration. I'm not me, I don't say cameras and think is strongest, no. The strong people who's the real people who fight and demonstrate against the occupation, they are much stronger than any cameras, and who refuse the occupation, who died for this land and who died for their freedom. They are the people who are strong. But our work is to show this, you know, and to show what these people are doing and what's happened for them, and like to send message out, and send message they carry, and why these people died. I'm sure the international media is not good. It's like all the international media, the biggest media is controlled by Zionism, and they just pour what they want, you know. They just write what the Zionism want to show to the world. And but we, as we are here as a freelancer, like, and even activist, or because we are living the same situation, we are not controlled by anyone, because we want to write and we want to do what we want and want to show the truth. Nobody pay for us, you know. We just get like, what we get is much respect from our people, because this is what we want, you know. Because when I'm writing and show what's for my family happen, you know, and that's why I will not put lies and attack Palestinians as the big media attack Palestinians. And you know, there's like, for example, here they just showing like a kid who throwing stones. What is throwing stones is like a kid throwing stones at wall. What he will do against an armed soldier who carry a lot of weapon and have a lot of protection. Even that he's get killed. But they said the mistakes was from the child because he throws stone. No. This is a kid, you know, like you don't know what he's doing, you know, and he just see occupation in front of him. Somebody steal his land, kill his family. Of course he will carry a stone and throw at the wall. And I see like by myself, I see like children who's throwing stone at the wall. There is no soldier, because why? Because they know this is occupation and they want to do even like just by throwing stones at the wall, you know. I don't think so. A man who's like old and he will go and throw stones because, you know, he will get killed. But you know, these kids, they don't know what will happen for them. That's why they throw stones. For example, in my work, I always focus about internationals, because people already who live here, they know everything, you know. And I always try to write in English and send the message out of Palestine, you know, to let more people like through what I'm doing through social media, even in media, you know, media who support Palestine. And they come here to see after this, because they will never know about what happened in Palestine because of the media, what they show them, you know. They send them different message, and they start to see the truth and see what the reality. And if you by yourself, you just see the media and you come to Palestine, you see different things. like what I'm doing is always write in English because I want to send the message out of Palestine, you know, and let more and more people who to get and understand what exactly happened here. And by this thing, even through social media today, like we get to reach a lot of people. I made a tour also like in Europe by speaking tour and show my pictures, and many people start to know, which is like people who never been here, they never see, like they were shocked to see what exactly happened here, because they said we never, even some of them, they never heard about Palestine. They don't know what is Palestine is and what, and this is really sad, you know. When the international activist who comes here, it's good because you can see there is like a support for your case. You know, there are some people who care about your situation and about like about what you are living in, and who fight with you against your occupation, and this is really good. The most picture I like, it's about, it's about the guy who turned the tear gas by rocket.
Yeah.
And it's a picture that touched my heart, because you can see like the kids here, how they try to fight the occupation even with the tents. This kid should play tents, not play with tear gas. And you can see those kids who fight the occupation, who choose that, and who want to do anything, you know, to show their refusing for the occupation, to show how they are refusing the occupation.
Yeah.
And this was so much powerful to see this.
Yeah.
Like for me, like I do this, and I wanted. My hope is like there's like many people to know and to see this, to see what it is, and not just to look. This is a picture and just go, you know, to look at the picture, to understand the picture, you know, because picture is talk, you know, and to know what this pictures mean. You know, when you look to the picture, you know, you can feel the thing, you know, and feel with the people and how they're suffering here. For Bil'in and Palestine. But my wish?
Yeah.
Freedom, of course. No, yeah, of course I wish every Palestinian wish freedom and peace in his land. That's why we risk our life for this. Okay, my book. My book is called Roots Run Deep. And I called it by this. It's about the olive tree root. And for example, the olive tree is the most thing I love and I like in Palestine, because it shows, by looking for the olive tree, you can see the suffering, you can see how it's strong to be here, and you can see what the occupation do for it when they burn the olive tree, even cut it, you know. It's the same of any Palestinian who lives there. Yeah. And I call this book Roots Run Deep because this tree is suffering as any Palestinian by killing you, even burn, even. And this book is like, I collect many images from Palestine and for the occupation, even real life, and I put them together to tell the story of Palestine.